Okay, all set. Okay, so we just finished leveling up Regil because... Oh no, we're not done with him yet. We have to do his mythic stuff. So he's got the Honorable Judgment hook hammers there for beating up on demons. That's the only reason he's with the group right now. He's got Leading Strike, Weapon Finesse Mythic, so it makes it so that he's doing damage bonuses with the Dexterity, Relenting Assault. I think he's doing damage that way. Oh, what should we give him next? It doesn't do magic. Get extra feet if we want. The flawless attacks might help him because he gets a lot of attacks. 2 weapon fighting mythic though. Weapon special.
Hello everyone.
Mythic.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. So, Adamantine Full Plate +2. I don't think we have better than that for him. Yeah, the Full Plate +3 actually is by 1. But will it look as cool? No, it does not look as good at him. Yeah, we want the angry little gnome. We don't want the happy gnome. So hello with that. Belt. Dexterity +2. Giant Strength. Dexterity 4. Strength 4. So Dexterity for him. So again, his to hit and damage are based on dexterity, so that works. Give him a hat, +2 bonus against undead creatures. He's not going to really see any of those, probably. I get some extra rings of protection too. Hats. Wisdom. He doesn't use any of that stuff. Nothing really else for him. Except for Cloak +2. So again, he's not really with us for this little event. AC normal for each ally in a 10-foot radius. Oh, sure. There we go. Doesn't look cute and adorable with the little hat. Charge. There's no charging going on. Don't Ray, once everyone, welcome to stream. You're starting over as a Rage Shaper Demon build. Rage Shaper Demon. What's a Rage Shaper Demon build? I'm not familiar with that one. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's see. Haveru stay back or Ulbrich. Ulbrich doesn't. He's basically his role is the same as Regil, so we'll replace him with him. Melee damage. So. Oh, Shifter. Here. Maybe in my next run we'll do a Shifter. I don't know. Of course, as we leave. Everything is ready for the Relic's Augmentation. The Fate of Soulshear. Did that? Okay, the combat effectiveness of the Crusader armor has increased. The military council requests that the Crusade leader attend their meeting. They're just here. The runaway. revealed that one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, that knight murdered a noble in Neurosian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusader army to atone for his sin. But the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests the criminal be arrested and tried. Try the criminal knight. Add finance points. Take the repentant knight under protection. Chaotic. But we increase morale that we don't need. Give the vengeful noble the murderer's head. Provides family heirloom. An unholy flail +4. Ish. Path of the demon. Do away with the vengeful noble and get her treasures. I like how we get all the evil choices. Let's go through this heir. So 7,000 gold, 5,000 finance, 50 materials, and 25 energy. Wow, there's a lot of not good choices here, are there? We'll try them. We'll do lawful for 3,000 finance points. Criminal, stripped of his knighthood, was sent to serve time in Canabras jail. The murderer has been punished and the victim's daughter has made a substantial donation to the Crusader cause. So basically the moral of the story is, if you pay enough money, you can get what you want. As Jotunvein turned to evil, his battle hammer was reforged into a glaive named Soulshear and charmed by a demoness named Minago. Now his weapon is in the Crusaders' hands, and only they can decide whether to use its power. Cleanse Soulshear. So, glaive we're really not going to really use. Let's do additional daily use of lay hands, fervor, and channel energy class abilities, if you possess them. Leave it as is. This is a summon demon one we get kills. Charm Soulshear. So, your mount gets +3 bonus on all saving throws and a +3 bonus to C&D. Summoning of demons. We can give it to Selah for fun every now and then. The false thought in vain is a tragedy and is a disgraceful page in the history of the Crusades. The priests have purified his once glorious weapon through prayers and rites. Ta-da. So, Fate of the Stone of Ghostly Pathways, Royal Parade, Fate of the Phylactery, Fate of the Altar, Ghost in the Bastet. Symbol of Robogotic. Royal Parade. What does this do? Finance points increased by 10% for 30 days. Sure. Always need more money. Okay, so. Off to go save the Hell Knights from their own stupidity. Look, we're tired. I guess I got 40 points, so let's go kill some more demons. Hi, demons. I bet you guys like fireballs. Told you like fireballs. See? Like exploding too. Oh, I forgot to pick up our... We have to transfer paladins over, don't we? Okay, the monsters that opposed the Crusaders were truly abominable. Their bodies manifested weird mutations, extra eyes, unpaired limbs, mouths in their bellies, and withered, half-grown heads, helplessly dangling on their shoulders. The leader of this heinous cohort was just a pile of moving flesh who struggled to retain its humanoid appearance. Even as it died, it continued to stir a monstrous brew in a large rotund cauldron. Shuddering with disgust, the Crusaders peered inside the cauldron and managed to retrieve some of its hideous contents, chunks of bodies belonging to demons, mortals, and other unknown creatures, twitched convulsively still alive. The soldiers did not know what to do with this vile trophy and delivered it to the commander. Thank you so much. The voracious Jumble. Hey Ring, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Don't know how you're still awake. It's only like 9 o'clock for you, isn't it? It's not that late. Or is it 10 o'clock? It's still early. And the question who sees something like the scene depicted there and decides, yeah, that cauldron content is the perfect gift for the commander. Yeah, that's a really messed up soldiers there. Guys, where we're going? You want to go down this way, kill all those armies, which means we have to go that way. Can't move anymore. So, there's our paladins.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised, and over $2,000 has been raised so far. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. Okay, so you guys go back in. I know I did this the hard way. 30 extra paladins for our main army. They won't catch them unless we stop and wait. You just on 3 hours of sleep and 6-hour drive to move between compartments. Oh. Well, shouldn't you get some sleep? A 6-hour drive? Ouch. That's crazy. You tried and failed. Oh, well, you'll pass out eventually. You'll pass out eventually. So, how do you get fatigued there, Mr. Cleric? Nobody else is tired. Oh, wow, because he carried around a lot of crap, that's why. Needs to be stronger. Not 3 hours, but the parents are slow, and I had to move like 10 bags of stuff, which are really busy, and we had a storm about halfway through. There you go. So this is why he's so tired. He's carrying around too much junk. No, this stuff isn't heavy. They're only 1 pound each. You're just so damn weak. No, well, fatigue doesn't help, but still. I wasn't wrong. Well, Can I get a screenshot with that signed and laminated and stuff so I can hand that to Mrs. Gimpy? Particularly care if he's on medium encumbrance. No, it's not so much he doesn't care. He's not. It's just that he's tired. So that's the cleanse soul shear, if she uses it, but she probably won't. Effortless armor. I don't think he has that in his repertoire. And that's a self-cast, if I remember right. Yep, that's a personal cast. So that means he has to pick it up. Next level, it seems like a waste though, doesn't it? Just so that he doesn't carry so much stuff. I mean, we could just put the strength spell on him all the time too, but we don't have anybody who can cast that because we don't have any arcane casters, and I don't think that's a cleric spell, right? Or is it? Oh, it is bull strength. So Gimpy could cast that on him. Where's bull strength? But it's not a first level spell. There it is, level 2. Look at all these level 2 spells we don't use. Align weapon. That is not a big deal now. So just do that. We can't do the mod here until we get into an actual place where we can do that. No worries. Most of the good stuff. Well, if we get, you know, a lower level pick, yeah, I'll take it. But if we don't, but Gimpy can cover. I mean, Gimpy can put the strength one on him all the time. It's not a big deal.
I'm up for an adventure.
Because, you know, buff setup. Full strength on Weakling Boy. Move the staff of Darren too if he's only using the crossbow. Well, the staff has fireballs on it, so.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
And of course, you can't use it right now, but yeah. Because, you know, cast the fireball spell 3 times per day as an 8th level wizard. So this is 8d6. 8d6. That's not horrible. And he's got the fire stuff, the fire ascendancy, so you can always do that. Holy Light crossbow. Yeah, it's the weapon of choice usually. So staff's only 4 pounds. It's not going to matter that much. We're fine. Speaking of fine.
Keep your calm.
Where's it going? He scans the top of the hill. A wisp of smoke rises into the air, giving away the location of the Hell Knight's outpost. We must hurry and remain very, very alert. Tell me about your outpost. An outpost is situated on top of a hill. The main building has stout walls and small windows. It serves as a resting area for various Hell Knight orders. Apart from my own troops, there are currently 3 chapters quartered here, as well as the permanent garrison. We stocked up on food and water, and the gargoyles have taught us a valuable lesson, and now we're prepared for an aerial attack. What could have happened to the missing squad? He gazes into the distance thoughtfully. They were last seen in this very place. We must comb the area. Let's go. Stuff. Oh, we are fatigued. Shit. Could do the cleansing. Cleansing is always good. Or stuff. This is fire. Where's the demon stuff? Or demon protection stuff. I don't even know the name of the spell. Sunmarked. That's not it. Smoke Raider. Where's that spell? We've got the Storm of Justice. Storm of Justice. Okay, so... One minute for target attacks deal damage for 4 cast level and creature striking the target. Okay, that one. How long does that last? That rounds? It's 1 minute per cast level. That really should be on Sela. Sunmarked. Sela. Okay, where's the spell I'm looking for? The one it's supposed to make you fight demons better. I forget what that's called.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will feel better about yourself. That's it. Thanks.
The spell I'm thinking of must already been cast on somebody, but I don't see it. Oh, Shield from Demonkind. There we go. I already put it on Sela. Do we have multiples of this? Shield of Demonkind. What level was that? We do have 2. So, anytime the target is attacked by a demon, the demon is dealt blah. Additionally, target gains deflection bonus AC. So, should put that on either Gimpy or the bear. Probably the bear. Demon enemies don't blah blah. Plus 1 from 2 cast levels and the target gets suspended AC. Yeah, put it on bear.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
There we go. Got a little bit of fatigue floating around the group. What? How are we in combat? They're so far away. Oh, Aru, you're supposed to be on Bismuth, so you can move faster. Dun, dun, dun. Go, Shadow Demons. Go kill your demon brethren. And get that burn build up.
We won't falter.
Rachel. It's my chaos, that one. Good to go. Run, you little midget. Okay, Rue. Can't move because everybody's in the way, right? Okay, fine. Delay behind everybody else, I guess.
You've made your choice. No fear!
Good rolls.
Prepare yourself.
Or Rue.
Replenish my powers.
Hey, yeah, happy Wednesday. Well, there actually wasn't a Wednesday issue, it just wasn't rolling high enough. So, that. Deadly aim, point blank, channel of camaraderie. So that does work from here. It does work. Okay then. Oh, we're fighting demons, aren't we? We need to switch her stuff around.
I'm prepared.
So speedbow or the evil outsider bane. Let's do the evil outsider bane, since we are going to be fighting demons in here.
What's that?
I don't know, what is that? Allies have thoroughly restored and reinforced fortifications, which date back to the age of the First Crusades.
There are many roads to success.
I will prove my worth. I stand
Veronica
ready.
needs to get her burn up.
Strike with all your might. I will defend my dream.
126 non-crit. A lot of burn though. Bob. Charge, Bob. Bob's getting big. Wonder if we cast out a large animal on him. Probably.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Desna, guide my hand.
I will see to your demise.
No, you won't. Need 7 rolls 2. Shadow Beam to get in there. Gimpy. Go after that one.
I'll just have to resort to brute force. So it comes to this.
You stop moving. Stupid mud on the ground.
Retreat is not an option.
41 not crit. That's not too bad for one hit. Oh, better, Bob.
The light, take you!
Make your peace.
Suspicious traveler, a pale youngster practically prostrates himself before you. Finally, someone's here, and it's the Crusaders too. Please help me. I'm all alone and I don't know what to do. This lad's appearance perfectly matches the description of one of the cultists who were supposed to arrive with the lost escort. He notes dispassionately, gripping the handle of his weapon. A cultist? Me? No. I'm just an apprentice craftsman. They made us work against our will. Calm down and tell me everything. Don't worry, I won't harm you. That's a lie. Start at the beginning. He raises his light-colored eyes to meet yours, as you command. It's true, I worked in that workshop for, you know, the Baphomet folks. But I didn't do anything wrong. They dragged us there and threw us in the basement. They made us work, fed us a little, but also beat us sometimes. And then these folks in black armor turned up, killed the guards, tied us up, brought us here, and left us. Please, help me. I'm afraid to cross the world wound by myself. What happened to the black armored knights who captured you? I'm telling you, they left us here. They brought us all the way here, tied us up, and then left us to die. And they laughed about it too. Farewell, you cultist bastards. Either demons will eat you, or you'll die of hunger soon enough. They said that and left, there, toward that hill. I was the only one to escape. I untied myself and tried to hide. What are they doing? What do they have you doing in that workshop? All sorts of things. We made armor and stuff like holy symbols. We also made clothes and painted shields. They usually gave us an example, say a shield and an armor from the order of such and such, and we had to copy it. In other words, they were preparing disguises so that spies of the Ivory Labyrinth, Templars could move unseen in Crusaders' camps. There's a malicious glint in Regel's eyes. Where are the other captives? There's no one else. The demon showed up and killed everyone. I was the only one who got away. Regel, does this make any sense to you? He growls through clenched teeth with an uncharacteristic passion. As far as I can see, he's an accomplice of the cultists and an accessory to their crimes. He must be interrogated harshly, tortured if necessary, and then persecuted if it turns out he knows nothing. It seems to me like the cultist is either lying or keeping something from us, or even worse. Vlad recoils and then surprisingly deftly jumps away from you. Oh look, he's a demon.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
He's a fowler of virtues. I bet he's a chewer on of arrows.
I will resist.
Damage wasn't very. Oh, he's incorporeal. Cheating as usual. So he's immune to all the sneak attack damage. But the evil outsider bane got him, it looks like. Cheater. Get a bop. Regil nods to himself. One less demon. Splendid. Poor thing. He was a thrall to a demon. No, he wasn't. This is further proof that those tainted by the cult of Baphomet can never be trusted. As the captured cultists were possessed by demons, and they assaulted the knights when they thought that the moment was right. A reasonable assumption. Let's see what else we
Gimpy is
can
raising
be able to
money
find
for the
out.
National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised, and over $2,000 has been raised so far. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. I must commend your shrewdness. We would have had it rough if you hadn't unmasked the demon. We must verify the claim that the knights return to the outpost. Move out. Demons everywhere, not dropping loot. Gates are wide open. There are no signs of weapon damage, claw marks, or any traces of magic.
I will guide.
But loot. The Hell Knight's outpost is shrouded in silence. 3 chapters seem to have simply vanished, leaving only the pillars of smoke from their fires to testify to the recent presence of the living. That doesn't seem to unnerve Regil in the slightest. He dispassionately scans the empty camp as if waiting for something. Breaking the prevailing silence, a sudden musical laugh sounds harsh and almost sinister. Karanda. Knight Commander, at last. I've been dying to meet you. Come on, don't be so sullen. Come on over here and have a little rest after your journey. You can always stab me or hit me with a spell a bit later. If you feel like doing that at all, of course. Ushale narrows her eyes. Karanda. Ushale, my dear, you found yourself such a charming friend. Come over here, don't be shy. The demon gestures invitingly. Ushale's eyes are wide with worry. Careful, Gimpy. This is Corinda. She's my acquaintance. She's dangerous. Do you know what I see? A trap, says Darren. The Count's wide gesture encompasses the entire area. Then he nods at the succubus, and it's bait. What an arrogant, talkative demon we've got here. I can see you've made yourself quite at home in our camp. What have we here? One of those black-armored blockheads. Why don't you join me and the commander for a little meal? Surely the mighty Hell Knight isn't scared of a little temptation. The demon bats her eyelashes innocently. Reginald subtly frowns. Surprisingly, he then steps forward without hesitation and sits next to the demon. Let's talk. Don't you think we should refuse this demon's requests? Hell Knight presents himself an odd smirk. Sometimes it's useful to know your enemy. Why is the camp deserted, demon? Karanda. My name is Karanda. As for the camp's inhabitants, well, that's a long story. Please sit, Commander. We have a lot to discuss. Sure, we'll talk. We'll be civilized here. Karanda. The demon claps her hands joyfully. Gimpy, you have no idea how eager I was to meet you and how quickly I got here when I discovered you were coming. Do you feel at ease talking to me in this shape? Because I can always slip into something more comfortable. Snap of her fingers, she becomes a golden-haired, bright-eyed young man, dressed in the white of a Serenade cleric. I can look like this, so likable, so trustworthy. Or if you prefer, this is my favorite form. It has driven so many Crusaders out of their minds. The demon's playful pose oddly clashes with the strict, upright appearance of Queen Galfrey. Very charming. Now stop this farce, demon. Oh, Sir Knight, do tell me, aren't you bored with yourself? Every soul must feel something to get their blood pumping. Some are driven by avarice, others by lust, and others still by envy. And if you think you've managed to shield yourself from every vice and every flaw, well, that just means you're blind. And your vice is the greatest of them all, pride. You said you knew I was coming. How? Demon looks astonished for a moment. How did I know? Well, we all have our sources. Perhaps I'll tell you about them, Commander, if we can establish a certain friendship. Push a snack toward Reginald. Don't be so uptight, Reginald. Loosen up. This lovely lady is simply trying to entertain us. Are you here to preach to us, or do you actually have something meaningful to say? Demon's expression grows serious. I apologize for the frivolity, Knight Commander. It's so hard to restrain myself. I blame those Hell Knights. Ugh, no Denzian of the Abyss could torture them as thoroughly as they punish themselves. But now, on to business. I have a rather unusual request. I'd like to become a Crusader. Before 1,001 objections escape your mouth, think about this. Your fame precedes you by quite some distance. They speak of you down in the Abyss. We have never encountered anyone possessing such power. That is so exciting, the demon exhales loudly. I even heard that a part of your power trickles down to your most loyal companions. So why would a clever lady like me keep on serving demon lords when instead there is someone so unusual and intriguing? I can't promise you I'm going to kneel before that Iomade of yours right away, but I have many, many interesting stories to tell about my friends from the Abyss. Of course, I can also be of personal use to you, any shape you desire, remember? I'm not even sure which of your suggestions was more revolting, demon. Your effortless betrayal of your kin, or your filthy insinuations, says Reginald. Karanda's tail suddenly springs up, and its tip gently caresses Reginald's cheek. Oh, do smile a little, Hell Knight. This isn't hell yet. What else can this tail do? I agree. Where can we discuss the details of our cooperation? And your personal... I'm not interested in your personal use. What I could do is some information about your fellow demons. Tell me everything you know, and then we may consider yourself enlisted. Fine, but I'm not used to giving up so easily, the demon chuckles. Want me to convince you? Here's a little tease. You asked me about the Hell Knights from the camp. They've locked themselves up in the outpost's main building, scared out of their wits. Go let them out. I'll join you later and tell you everything I know about the plans of my former allies. That's a serious conversation, so we'll have to be very thorough. Reginald's expression is difficult to read, but he does not seem very happy. Through clenched teeth, he says, "Come, we must examine the building." Look at the experience here. Let's see. Gimpy. Supposed to be on espresso.
The struggles never cease.
That. Thought I grabbed that loot. Guess not.
Focus on the goal.
Outpost is in perfect condition. Everything appears to be in the right place, and there are no signs of battle. Because Hell Knights are stupid. Although we're not much better at this point, but you know. Security checkpoint, a precautionary measure highly characteristic of the Hell Knights, flanks the entrance. A tall man wearing black armor and a full helm salutes you with his sword. Knight Commander, you have rallied to our defense. We were forced to retreat under the onslaught of the demon Karanda and her lackeys. We held position as long as we could, but we were sure to perish without outside help. Knight adds in a hushed voice, many of us are injured. Could you assist us, please? We hid the wounded in the back of the outpost so that the demons couldn't reach them as easily. Reginald remains silent and calculating as he studies the knights. I was told there were 3 chapters quartered here, yet your numbers are sparse. Where are the others? Unfortunately, they retreated prior to the attack. Had we stood at full strength, we wouldn't have let them. Trap us here. Wow, we wouldn't have let them to trap us here. I've heard that the cultists you recently captured were forging counterfeit armor of various knightly orders. Indeed, we've confiscated a large supply of such equipment, including some very peculiar pieces like the armor of the Eagle's Watch. We've just exposed and killed a demon who possessed someone. How do I make sure none of you are afflicted in the same way? You can use defensive spells to make sure the knight offers without hesitation. Those possessed by demons cannot cross magic circles against evil, for example. Were any of you part of the group that escorted the captured cultists? Some were. They arrived just before the attack. Most of them are among the wounded now, but the rest fell in battle.
Hello everyone.
Speaking of helping your
My
wounded.
name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please remember that YouTube wants you to like and comment on his videos. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. Speaking of helping your wounded. Yes, Commander. Your story has too many inconsistencies. Bridget permits himself a slight smirk. I was hoping you would see through their ruse, Gimpy, and I am not disappointed. I expected more from you, demon. The cleverness won't save you, mortals. Demons everywhere.
Close ranks.
Kaoru. Already? Oh, I guess we can do the Ranger's Bond, but this is specifically against spellcasting demons, which I guess some of these are, aren't they? Angular Vices, Deep Shadow. Nobody behind us, so you.
Prepare yourself.
Ow. Darren. What kind of cool spells can you throw around? Hellfire Ray. Flame Strike. Boo. Stupid saving throws. Bob. Get him, Bob. Good Bob. Okay, Reginald, who do you want to smack? I'm gonna smack that one. Oh, forgot to use this thing. Smack the chaos. We'll be fine. Sela. I forgot to buff Sela. Wow. 50 damage, no crit. 20 bludgeoning. Oh, the 46 holy. That'll do it. Ow. Doesn't seem right. Okay. Veronica. Blast. That one.
We can do it!
And here comes succubus and stuff. So, what we need to do now is do the community blah. Or Storm of Justice. This won't hurt. Told you it won't hurt. Too bad you guys missed out on that.
You've made your choice.
Happy Wednesday for our Shadow Demon. Okay, Aru. Get this thing off the field.
Desna, guide my hand!
Just like that. That's the other one. And kill it. Gotta love the Scorching Rays there. Get her, Bob. Good trip. And dead. Look, we won. That angel spell is stupid. Okay, wait, the ugly shadow hisses. Let me ransom my life, Crusader. I have loot. Much loot that I picked off the fallen. Surely it's worth the price of letting one poor soul slink back to the abyss. The cultist hostage trembles with fear and wails to utter a word. His eyes are pleading. I hope the loot is worth it. Hand it over and get lost. I don't need your handouts. The demon grabs the throat of a kneeling cultist with his claws. Are you deaf to my compassion as you are to avarice? Have mercy on this mortal I have used as a vessel. If you lay a hand on me, he's dead. Fine, spare his life and you may go. You'll only commit more atrocities if I let you live, so die. Why would I care about the life of a cultist? Die. He's gonna die anyway. Demon's death rattles reverberates off the walls. In his dying agony, he squeezes the kneeling cultist's neck with his claws, practically tearing the man's throat out. What about the surviving cultists? Should we interrogate them? They won't tell us anything we don't already know. Deal with them as you see fit. If you don't want to waste your time, the Order will take care of them later. We vanquished the demons, but we still don't know where the knights from the camp are. He casts a stern glance in your direction. Take a look around if you think it best. Then we must leave. It's time. Dum dum dum. So. Demons. Demons are the worst, aren't they? Haste Eradicator? No, that's weird to make 2 additional attacks during a full attack action. This effect doesn't stack with the effects of the haste spell. It's a nice dagger. If you're into daggers.
I am finished.
Sunstroke. Heavy Mace. +3 Radiant Cold Iron Mace. Lands a hit, the enemy must pass forward to saving throw or become sickened for 1 to 4 rounds.
Watch out for trouble.
Fighting the Bleaching. Practical Guidance by Gisa Nordiquani. Okay, well. That was easy enough. And the Dum-Dum Hell Knights. Paralictor Renth. Paralictor Renth leans on his longsword. At last, how did it go, Derange? Exactly as it should have. Want details, Renth? Prod your signifiers. After all, your order takes such pride in them. Explain yourself, Regil. Of course, he pauses, then deliberately continues in a louder voice so that Animos and the other knights can hear him too. Everything that happened was, in a way, a show. We'd received reports about the location of several particularly cunning demons, not the fighting kind, but those who specialize in deceit and temptation. We could have surrounded and destroyed their hideout, but instead we let them know that the Knight Commander of Dresden would soon arrive in our deserted camp. The fiends swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. How could any of them miss an opportunity to prove themselves by killing the new leader of the Crusade? Demons love talking about the pride of mortals, but in fact they suffer from that vice far more than anyone else. His smile is a cruel one. Now for the critical bit, my reasons. Even though the orders knew a lot about the new commander's behavior, that information lacked veracity and consistency. For instance, it's always useful to know just how well our principal ally is able to resist deceit and temptation, and so I suggested that they meet with Karanda and her cohorts. So, you were testing me. Yes, I was. He doesn't look away. Someone had to. Seeing that Her Majesty Galfrey of Mendev is so prone to bestowing titles on armies without a second thought. He lowers his voice a touch. And yet, you can't claim that I was insincere. I made myself crystal clear when I stated my interest in
Hey Gimpy,
person.
it is time to take a break.
And your unusual powers back then when we first
Your
met.
next break is in 1 hour.
I also mentioned how important you are for the Crusade and our shared cause. We are at the vanguard of what is possibly the most important war of our age. No one can afford the privilege of blind trust with these stakes. There are flaws in the way you approach problems, but nothing that can't be corrected. A new leader can be forgiven some shortcomings. I hope you outgrow them quickly. It crossed your mind that I could die during the test of yours. He seems to be slightly taken aback. Of course it did. Our main force was positioned nearby, and they were ready to advance at the first sign of real trouble. I was not going to deprive the Crusaders of their commander and sow chaos among their already sorely undisciplined ranks. I understand your concern and don't begrudge you this test. We can still work together, Reginald, but don't you dare lie to me or test me like that ever again. Your demand is unreasonable. I understand that my actions can be seen as disrespectful or whimsical, but they were neither. Now that we've discussed everything, there's still a small matter to attend to. He looks at the ranks of the Hell Knights and raises his voice. Yanker and Kel, 2 steps forward. I hear and obey, Paralector Derange. We must speak about your role in recent events. You received my order to visit the Knight Commander in Dresden and feed him misleading information. How should a Hell Knight behave in this situation? He swallows dryly as he tries to feign composure. A Hell Knight must obey his commander's orders. If his commander's orders directly contradict the tenets of the measure and the chain, or go against the order's interests, then the knight must report his commander to the higher order command. Reginald's piercing gaze bores into the young knight. And what did you do? Did you report me? No, sir. With your permission, sir, I deduced that it was some kind of test for the knight commander. That didn't seem right to me, but you don't have any permission to blabber excuses, knight. You gave him an order, and now you want to punish him for following it? Well, if the commander deems my verdict faulty, then we shall postpone this review of your actions. Dismissed. That is all. Thank you for your visit, Commander. Hell Knights. Anyway, I need to get up, stretch my leg, get some water, be right back, or be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.